I'm Jamie Blosser. I'm an architect and planner from Santa Fe, New Mexico, and run the Santa Fe office of Atkin Olshan Shade Architects and help to start the Sustainable Native Communities Collaborative. The work we do in the Santa Fe office of Atkin Olshan Shade Architects, it's very focused in the Southwest, and I'm pretty happy with the variety of projects that we do. We have a lot of cultural, institutional work. We do housing and quite a few tribal projects. Working with adobe and mud plaster is very exciting. As an architect in Santa Fe, I feel incredibly lucky to have in some ways gone beyond the Santa Fe style, which is often not adobe but designed to look like adobe. And so there's a long stretch of promoting that aesthetic and style rather than an authenticity of material. I moved from Philadelphia, went to Zuni Pueblos. That was a really lovely experience of being in such a traditional place. The feeling of being an outsider really struck me when I first went to Zuni Pueblo. And we can talk about privilege and we can talk about difference, but I think until you're in a community really feeling that, it's hard to understand. And here I was sort of in a community that was very much not my own and never would be. And I keep that with me as I move through this work, very much knowing that in many of the communities that I'm working with, that I am that outsider and that there is a history that's incredibly difficult, especially in Native American communities where many outsiders are coming to just sort of exploit information and just use it. So there's a huge trust issue. There's always the need to build trust. I had the opportunity to do the Rose Fellowship at Okewingay Indian tribe just north of Santa Fe, learning how a community development organization can build housing and do it with the community. I think dialogue is an important aspect of what we community designers, public interest designers do. What I've seen in my practice is that rather than just being inquiry, it's very interesting sort of two-way exchange. In our most successful projects, we have had dialogue with many different people in the communities, youth and elders, and working with the cultural advisory team. Each of those is a different sort of experience. And what are the best ways to sort of create that dialogue? And I think it's happening throughout the world, where people with shared resources and very difficult history are having monumental difficulties having that dialogue. But we're going to see that more and more, and I think that comes back to resiliency. If we can't understand how we share resources and share a place, then we're only going to have more strife and challenges in the next 50, 100 years. I knew about the Loeb Fellowship for many years, and it was always something I wanted to strive for. What an unbelievable opportunity to access all that Harvard has to offer, access all that the GSD has to offer. I just can't believe how supportive this community has been.